Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I am Paulo Bediones.
Welcome. It is with profound respect,
profound
deep respect,
admiration
and
that I
deep
welcome you all
admiration
to the
that I
posthumous
welcome you all
conferment
to
of
the
the Presidential
Medal
of Merit, right here
of
in the
Merit,
historic halls
right here
of
in the
Malacañan
historic
Palace.
halls of Malacañan
Now today we
Palace.
gather here.
Now
not
today we
just
gather
in solemn
here,
remembrance,
not just in solemn
but in
remembrance,
celebration.
but in celebration.
Four extraordinary women,
Four extraordinary women
have left
contributions
marks,
have left indelible marks
in the cultural,
and
artistic,
culinary identity
of our country.
Make
of
no
our
mistake,
country.
ladies and gentlemen.
Make
these
no
are
mistake,
women
ladies
whose
and
names
gentlemen,
These are women
are not
whose
just
names
respected,
are not just
they are
respected.
revered.
They are
revered.
Pilita Corrales.
Pilita Corrales,
The Asia's Queen of Songs.
the Asia's Queen
a
of
voice
Songs,
that crossed borders and
a
bridged
voice that
cultures.
crossed borders and bridged
Proudly
cultures.
carrying our heritage to global
Proudly
stages,
carrying our heritage
with their
to global
signature
stages,
grace, with their
and
signature
passion.
grace
and passion.
Margarita Flores. Margarita Flores. The visionary behind flavors that spoke of identity, behind flavors that spoke
memory,
of identity,
and love.
memory, a chef
and
who
love.
transformed Filipino
A
cuisine
chef who
transformed
into an
Filipino cuisine
international dialogue.
into an international
And whose
legacy
dialogue
lives
and
on
whose
in
legacy
every
lives on
inspired
in
dish. Every inspired dish. Gloria Romero. Gloria Romero. Whose elegance, whose elegance,
and cinematic
poise,
brilliance ushered
and
in
cinematic
a golden
brilliance
era
ushered
of
in a
Philippine
golden
film.
era of Philippine
Elevating
film.
the standard of storytelling
Elevating the
and
standard of storytelling
representation
and
for
representation for generations. And our national artist for film and broadcast artist for film and broadcast
Nora
arts,
Aunor.
Nora Aunor. An actor
that redefined
Philippine cinema,
that redefined
through
Philippine
every
cinema.
performance,
Through every
she gave
performance,
voice
she gave
to the voiceless,
voice to the
soul
voiceless,
to every role,
soul
and
to
brought
every role,
dignity,
and brought
to the
dignity
everyday
to the
Filipino story.
everyday
Filipino
So
story.
these women, ladies and gentlemen,
So
they
these
did
women,
not
ladies
just
and gentlemen,
achieve
they did not
excellence.
just achieve
They are the
excellence.
true embodiment of
They
what it
are the
means
true embodiment
to be
of what it means
a Filipino,
to be
a
to
Filipino,
create,
to create,
to persevere,
and most
importantly,
uplift.
to uplift.
Now, before we formally bestow this,
highest recognition of merit,
highest recognition
let us
of
take
merit,
this moment to reflect.
let us take this
on the
moment
lives
to
that they
reflect
lived, on the lives that
gifts
they lived,
that they gave,
the gifts
and
that
the
they
legacy
gave,
that they
and
leave
the
behind.
legacy that they leave behind.
Please pay attention to our screens.
Please pay
Join
attention
me
to our
in watching
screens.
the special tribute.
Join me in watching
A
the special
journey
tribute
through memory,
a journey
artistry,
through memory
and national
artistry,
pride.
and national pride.
They broke barriers. They broke barriers. They redefined excellence. They redefined excellence. And through their voices, and
their
through their
stories,
voices, their
craft,
stories,
their
they shaped
craft,
a nation's soul.
they shaped
a nation's soul. Gloria Romero. Gloria Romero. The luminous face of the golden. The luminous face of the golden. Her eyes held generations of dreams. Her eyes held generations of dreams. She walked through decades. She walked through decades with timeless aging grace. Only in years. Aging only in
never
years.
in spirit.
Never in spirit.
Pilita Corrales. Pilita
Asia's
Corrales.
Queen of Songs. Asia's Queen of Songs. Voice that traveled far and wide. Voice that traveled far and wide. Filipino pride with every Filipino pride with every. Always poised. Always present.
present.
Always
true
present. Icon. A true icon.
Margarita Flores. Margarita Flores.
Culinary visionary. A culinary
In her
visionary.
hands,
Food
in her
became a
hands,
language. Food became a
every
language.
plate
Told the story
every
of home.
plate
Told the story of home.
uplifting
Filipino cuisine.
uplifting
Onto
the
Filipino
world's
cuisine.
table.
Onto the world's table.
Nora Aunor. Nora
The superstar.
Aunor.
The
She
superstar.
gave voice to the voiceless.
She gave voice to
She
the
didn't
voiceless.
just perform.
She didn't just
She revealed
perform.
truths we didn't
She
know
revealed
we
truths we didn't know we
Raw.
needed. Real,
Raw.
revolutionary,
Revolutionary.
Four women.
Four
women.
lifetimes of passion.
Four lifetimes of
Their
passion.
gifts.
Distinct
Their
in
gifts.
form. Distinct
but
in
one
form.
in purpose.
But one in purpose.
To elevate the Filipino
To
spirit.
elevate the Filipino
To
spirit.
create.
To
To
inspire.
create.
to inspire, to last, ilaw ng pelikula, tinig ng bayan, lasa ng lahi, ina ng sining, mabuhay ang inyong pamana.
What a moving tribute. A round of applause, please, for four extraordinary women.
There was a voice, elegant, clear, and deeply Filipino. A voice that soared across continents, that lit up every state, She was the first Filipina to earn international acclaim, captivating audiences, serenading fans in Spanish, and Filipino, English, and Filipino. That music transcends borders. Your signature song said it best. A million thanks to you. We echo that gratitude. She became a guiding nurturing talent, sharing what it means, and to carry one's culture with pride. She was a performer. A national treasure. A woman whose voice has become part of our collective memory. Asia's queen of songs. Pilita Corrales. To Miss Pilita Corrales has been the soundtrack of our lives. Tonight, we honor with the highest notes of praise and pride. There is a story. In the story of Filipino cuisine, one name continues to leave an indelible flavor. Margarita Forres. Trained in the culinary heart of Italy. She returned home, not just to cook, but to uplift. To celebrate the richness of Filipino ingredients. To champion the soul of Filipino hospitality. Through restaurants that blended tradition and innovation. And kitchens that empowered local farmers and producers. Chef Margarita Forres built more than meals, a movement. She built a movement. In 2016, she became the first Filipina to be Asia's best female chef. Beyond the accolades, a greater mission to bring Filipino food to the global table, and authenticity. And every recipe she revives, every table she life she nourishes, and every life she nourishes. Margarita Forres reminds food us. Is more than sustenance. It is memory, identity, and love. Tonight, in the halls of history, we honor a woman who has fed not just our appetites, but our nation's cultural pride. To Chef Margarita Forres, your passion, your legacy. A feast. Salamat sa pagpapasarap ng pagkain Pilipino. Sa mesa, at sa puso ng bawat Pilipino. In the golden age of cinema, stood out. Graceful, radiant, and unforgettable. She captivated the screen with poise and sincerity. As Gloria Romero, the epitome of beauty and an actress beloved across generations. Through the decades, Through the decades, never faded. Artistry never faded. Black and white classics, from black and white dramas to primetime dramas, continued to redefine what it means to be timeless. What it means to be timeless. We gather not just to honor a film icon, just to honor a film icon, tribute to a woman, but to pay tribute to a woman, an entire cultural memory. To Miss Gloria Romero, your light has never dimmed. She rose from the heart. Carrying nothing but her voice. Carrying nothing but her dreams. That refused to be silenced. That refused. A small town girl. A small town girl. A household. Who would become a household. Nora Cabaltera Villamayor. Nora Aunor. Nora Aunor. Grew into the voice and the soul of a generation. Her performances were never just they were lived truths. She portrayed the pain of the poor, the strength of women, the strength and the complexity and the Filipino spirit of the Filipino spirit. Cry, from Elsa's cry, of voila to the many rules that reflected who we've been through. And what we've been. Nora Aunor gave life to stories. That brilliance crossed borders. She brought Philippine cinema. To the world stage. And the world stood still. More to a multi-awarded actress. Nora Aunor is an a national artist, a legend whose legacy has inspired generations, dream artists and storytellers. Today, in the halls of this historic palace, we celebrate not just a career, but a life lived in service, of truth. Of the Filipino people.
What a moving tribute. Once again, let's all put our hands together for four extraordinary women who will continue many generations to come. Many generations to come. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the presidential medal of the presidential medal. Now, this is one of the highest honors bestowed by the Republic of the Philippines. Who have made outstanding contributions to the arts and national identity. To formally lead the conferment, may I respectfully invite Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin and the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. The Chief of Presidential Protocol, Rachel Quiñones, will read the citations.
For Ms. Pilita Corrales. The citation reads as follows. The citation reads as follows. Be it known to all men by these present that I, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of the Philippines, by virtue of the powers vested in recognition of her significant and to the Philippine entertainment industry, which bridged cultures through music, and for inspiring generations of artists, with their exceptional talent, artistry, which gained numerous accolades, and internationally, have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit, on Pilar Garrido done in the city of Manila, this 4th day of May, in the year of our Lord, 2025. 2025. Thank you. Thank you. For Ms. Gaita Forrest. For Ms. Gaita the citation reads as follows. The citation reads as follows. Men by these present. Be it known to all men by these present. Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. That I, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Republic of the Philippines. President of the Republic of the Philippines. By virtue of the powers vested in me by virtue of the powers vested in recognition of her significant and exemplary contributions to the Philippine culinary scene, to the Philippine culinary scene, gastronomic tourism, and gastronomic tourism, and support for her unwavering efforts and for her unwavering efforts to Filipino cuisine to the international Filipino cuisine with her culinary vision, artistic skills and craftsmanship. Artistic skills have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit. Have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit Araneta on Margarita, done in the city of Manila, done in the city of Manila, in the year of our Lord, May 2000. In the year of our Lord, 2025. Thank you. Thank you. For Ms. Gloria Romero. For Ms. Gloria Romero. The citation reads as follows. The citation reads known to all men by these present. Be it known to all men by these present. Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. That I, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Of the Republic of the Philippines. President by virtue of the powers vested in me by virtue of the powers vested in recognition of her significant exemplary to Philippine cinema and television. To Philippine cinema and television. Left a lasting imprint. Which left a lasting cultural identity on the Filipino cultural identity. For serving as an inspiration to generations of artists with their artistic skills and iconic performances and as a mentor. With her professionalism and steadfast dedication have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit. Have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit on Gloria Ann, done in the city of Manila. This done in the city of Manila in the year of our Lord, day of May, in the year of our Lord, 2025. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Nora Aunor. Ms. Nora Aunor. The citation reads as follows. The citation reads as follows. Be it known to all men by these present. Be it known to all men by these present. That I, Ferdinand President of the Republic of the Philippines. President of the Republic by virtue of the powers vested in me by virtue of the powers vested in recognition of her significant and to Philippine cinema, television, and cinema. Leaving a lasting legacy on the nation's collective memory, for inspiring generations of actors, for inspiring generations of actors, filmmakers, both on the local and international stages, both on the local and for her artistry, and for her dedication as a performer, and dedication as a standard of excellence, elevating the standard of excellence in the fields have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit. Have conferred the Presidential Medal of Merit. Nora Cabaltera Villamayor. Nora Cabaltera Villamayor. Done in the city of Manila this fourth day of May. Done in the city of Manila this fourth day of May, 2025. The year of our Lord, 2025.
At this time, we'd like to invite First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos to receive the awards and the family members to receive the awards to please come on stage for a group photo. Once again, we'd like to invite the family members
Once again,
of the
we'd like to invite the
honorees
family members
to
of the
receive the
honorees
award on their behalf, to
receive the award on their
join
behalf,
the President and the First Lady
join
on stage.
the President
Thank
and the
you.
First Lady on stage. Thank you.
All right, let's compress to the center, please.
All right, let's
compress to the center, please.
All right.
Let's smile for the cameras.
Let's smile for the cameras.
Couple more photos. Couple more photos.
And let's give them a round of applause, please.
And let's give them a round of applause,
Mr.
please.
President.
Maraming salamat,
First
Mr.
Lady,
President, Executive Secretary
First Lady,
Bersamin, Executive
and to the
Secretary
families
Bersamin,
of Miss
and
Pilita
to the
Corrales,
families
Miss
of
Margarita
Miss Pilita
Corrales,
Corrales,
Miss Gloria
Miss Margarita
Romero,
Flores,
and Miss
Miss
Gloria
Nora
Romero,
Aunor.
and Miss Nora Aunor.
And now, to deliver his
And
message,
now, to deliver
ladies
his
and gentlemen,
message,
the
ladies
President
and gentlemen,
of the Republic
the
of the
President
Philippines.
of the Republic of the Philippines.
Maraming salamat. Salamat. Batiin ko lang po ang ating dating First Lady Imelda Marcos. Siguro sa lahat ng First Lady sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, siya ang nagsuporta all of the arts, all of the creatives in the time that she was the First Lady. Marami sa pagkakilala sa Pilipinas. Ang reputasyon ng Pilipinas, basta't music, basta't ganyang klaseng performance art. Kilala na sikat at naiba. Hindi lang pangkaraniwan. Hindi lang yung iba-ibang Pilipino. Hindi lang yung iba-ibang Pilipino. Kung hindi lahat ng Pilipino ay may talent. Kami. Magpapasalamat because I'm a frustrated musician myself. That for the support my mother Imelda gave to the artists all through the years, and it has made the Philippines well known around the world and well recognized around the world. The National for Culture and Arts, Chairman Victorino Mapa Manalo. I will greet the Executive Secretary Bersamin, Chief Lucas Bersamin. Did I see Senator Grace? Well, anyway. The loved ones. Of our four renowned presidential Medal of Merit awardees. Ladies and gentlemen, isang magandang gabi po. There are moments in our history. There are moments when we as a nation remember our finest moments in the beauty of a song. or a
in the
poignant
beauty of a
scene
song,
from a film,
or a poignant
or the
scene
taste
from a
of
film,
a dish that
or the
reminds
taste
us
of a
home.
dish that reminds us of
Tonight
home.
we remember those who made
Tonight
those
we remember
moments-
those who made
moments
those
possible,
moments,
and made
those
each
moments
memory
possible,
brighter,
and made each
more
memory
vivid with
brighter,
their craft,
more
and passion.
vivid with their craft. and
Ladies
passion.
and gentlemen, we are here
Ladies
to honor
and gentlemen,
four
we are here to honor
outstanding
four
individuals,
outstanding
who,
individuals,
though they have passed
who,
from our world,
though they have passed from our
continue
world,
to shape our
continue
art,
to
our
shape
cinema,
our art,
our music,
our cinema,
and our culinary
our
landscape.
music and our culinary
These
landscape.
are the proud bearers
These
of many
are the proud
aspects
bearers
of our
of
culture.
many aspects
Miss
of
Gloria
our culture.
Romero,
Miss Gloria
Gaita
Romero,
Flores, Gaita
Pilita
Corrales,
Corrales, Pilita
Nora
Corrales,
Nora Aunor.
They are undeniably
But more
icons.
importantly,
But more
we can
importantly,
see that
we
the
can
true
see
quality,
the true
of their art,
quality
of their
of their
performances,
art,
came
of their
from
performances,
the
came
core
from
of them
the
being
core
Filipino.
of them being
They are
Filipino.
women who spent their lives
They are
sharing
women
their
who
gifts,
spent their lives
deepening how we
sharing their
understand
gifts,
ourselves
deepening how we
through their
understand
respective
ourselves,
disciplines.
through their
Ang
respective
kalansining
disciplines.
at likha
Ang kalansining
ay hindi
at
lamang
likha
naging
ay
aliwan
hindi lamang
ng
naging
ating mga
aliwan
kababayan,
ng ating mga
bagkus naging
kababayan,
salamin ng
bagkus
kasaysayan
naging salamin
ng kasaysayan ng bansa
Pilipino. Ng bawat
The Presidential Medal of Merit
The
created
Presidential
under
Medal of
Executive Order
Merit created under Executive Order
136 in
2003
was designed
for evenings
was
such as
designed
this.
for
Our
evenings
four
such as
awardees have
Our
redefined the
four
meaning of
awardees have
excellence.
redefined the
The
meaning of
accolade is
excellence.
conferred upon
The accolade is
upon them
conferred upon
because they have
conferred
made
upon them
our
because they
national
have made consciousness
our
more
national
visible
consciousness
felt
more visible
worldwide.
and to be felt worldwide.
Allow me to linger, even
Allow
for
me
just
to
a little
linger
bit,
even
as we
for just a
remember
little
these
bit,
outstanding
as we
Filipinos.
remember these outstanding
Gloria
Filipinos.
Romero graced our screens.
Gloria
for
Romero
generations.
graced our screens.
Her
for
career
generations.
spanned an entire
Her career
era.
spanned an entire
Yet,
era.
her presence not
Yet,
once
her
ever
presence
felt
not
dated.
once ever
She was
felt dated.
awarded
She was
seven
awarded
Awards.
seven
Three
Famas
Gawad
Awards.
Urian Awards.
Three
Four
Gawad
Luna
Urian
Awards.
Awards.
And many
Four
others.
Luna Awards. And many
Naalala
others.
ninyo ba?
Naalala ninyo ba?
Bata pa
Nung
tayo.
bata pa tayo.
Pagsapit ng hapon.
Mapapanood
Pagsapit ng
natin sa
hapon.
television, ang
Mapapanood
mga
natin sa
pelikula,
television, ang mga
pinagbibidahan
pelikula,
ni Miss Gloria
pinagbibidahan ni
Miss Gloria
Tumatak
Romero.
ang alaala ng
Tumatak
kanyang
ang
pagganap
alaala
sa dalagang
ng kanyang
Ilocana.
pagganap sa dalagang
Pinatawa
Ilocana.
niya, pinatawa niya,
Pinatawa niya,
tayo bilang
pinatawa
Tita
niya,
Minerva,
tayo
sa
bilang
palibhasa
Tita
lalaki.
Minerva, sa palibhasa
At pinayak
lalaki.
tayo sa tanging
At
yaman.
pinayak tayo sa
She
tanging
grew
yaman.
with the film and the
She grew
television industry.
with the film and the
or
television
perhaps,
industry.
and I think
Or
this
perhaps,
is even more accurate.
I think this is
The
even
industry
more accurate.
grew around
The industry
the one and
grew
only.
Gloria
Around the one and
Romero.
only.
Gloria
I was
Romero.
as I first came
I
in.
was as I first came in
this evening.
and
This
the video
evening,
came out.
and the video came out.
I'm
so privileged to
say that
so
I have
privileged
known,
to
say
and
that
known
I have known
well
and
all
known
of
well
these wonderful
all
women.
of these
And as I was
wonderful
walking
women.
in,
And as I was walking in,
Gloria
and the
Romero
video
was being played,
Gloria Romero
I
was
immediately
being played.
reacted, Mommy.
I immediately reacted,
Why?
Mommy.
Iginuhit
Why?
ng tadhana.
She
Iginuhit
was
ng
my
tadhana.
mommy.
She was
played
my
Imelda
mommy.
Marcos.
She
I
played
played Imelda
myself.
Marcos.
I remember it
myself.
very well.
I remember
I,
it very
uh,
well.
hindi- I was 7 years old.
I was
And
7 years
every-
old.
every
And
up-
every
after
every
school,
after
the
school.
first day, dinala na lang ako sa set.
The first
Hindi
day,
ko
dinala
alam,
na lang
hindi
ako sa set.
Hindi ko
Hindi
alam,
ko
hindi na masyadong
But
naipaliwanag sa
there I
akin.
was playing
But,
myself
there
like
I
an
was
idiot,
playing
not knowing what I
myself
was
like
doing.
an idiot, not knowing what I was
And
doing.
with these brilliant people
And
all
with these
around
brilliant
me.
people all
And-
around me.
Oh, by the way, I made
And-
2,000 pesos.
Oh, by the way, I made
Binayaran
2,000
ko.
pesos.
Meron akong
Binayaran ko.
meron akong
union
union
card
card
dahil
akong
professional
union
ako.
card dahil
But I had
professional
known
ako.
her, and since then, every
But I had
time
known her,
have
and
seen
since then, every time I have seen her, it has always been
Like
it
a
has
reunion.
always been
like a
and,
reunion.
You know,
She is one
what I would describe what I would describe
lady,
old world
lady,
all the way through,
lady,
a
all
true
the way
class
through.
act.
A
And
true
I'm
class
happy
act.
that I was able
And
to
I'm
meet her.
happy that I was
I'm
able
happy
to meet
that I
her.
was able to.
I'm happy
not
that I was
being
able to
an actor,
not
but
being
managed to
an
work
actor,
with her,
but managed to
and,
work with her.
such a
And,
privilege.
yeah,
So it is such a
with
privilege.
great
and
joy
so it is
that we are able
with
to
great
do this.
joy.
It's
that
only
we are
sad
able
that it
to
is
do this.
possible.
It is only sad that it is
Now,
possible.
Gaita,
Reimagine
Gaita.
Italian cuisine.
Reimagine
by
Italian
giving it a
cuisine
Filipino heart.
by giving it a
She started
Filipino
off
heart. as she started off as a chef, and that she just wanted to cook, bringing actually Italian food, But she managed to go far. But she managed to go far. In the process, she gave us something so beautiful. In the process, she gave us something so beautiful and something that we could call. I remember we were traveling. with my family. We were traveling with my family. In 2016. And we walked into a very important. Three Michelin star restaurant in San Sebastian. And we sat down to eat. And the chef came rushing out. And the chef came rushing out of the kitchen. And said to us, "Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear?" And I was saying, "What are they?" Your chef, Gaita, Margarita is now the best Asia female chef in 2016. She was posthumously honored with the 2025 Woodford Reserve. Gaita left a legacy. Remembered. That will be remembered in the meals. Because she would make a meal. Of course, the food was excellent. The food was brilliant. But it was something that you remember. It was something that you remember. I had dinner in this place. I had dinner in this place by Gaita, and the food was prepared by Gaita for us. It changed the experience to something far from ordinary. And she did this. I think I have a suspicion. Amado, tell me if I'm wrong. She didn't think she was doing this. She just wanted to cook. She just wanted to make the food better. She just wanted to make pasikat. She just wanted to make pasikat. Oh, try this. And it wasn't something that she. I want to be famous. I want to be famous. I want to all these awards and have all these awards. But it was just because she appreciated, of course, Italian cooking. But she loved Italian cooking enough to say we're just as good as this. We're just as good as this. And she put it together. Because of her travels, because of her interactions with other renowned chefs, and to show that Filipino food is just as good as yours. It's just as good as yours. Fuse them together. And that I think is her achievement. And that I think is her Pilita Corrales, the one and only Asia's queen. Her voice cradled people. She always came home. She always came home. To her native Cebuano. To the music that raised us. Sino ba naman ang makakalimot sa kanyang galing sa pagkanta, at kabutihang loob. Hindi lamang siya isang reyna ng sine. Bilang haligi ng industriya, kinakilala at binigyang kinang ang musikang Pilipino sa pandaigdigang. She won Best Performer. She won Tokyo Music Festival. Of the Tokyo Music Festival. She was honored with a famous and lifetime achievement award. And whenever she sang, we would be moved at home and would feel. Well, again, I am privileged to say that I knew her. Because in many cases, umiikot kami, kasama ng father ko, ng mother ko, merong mga malalaking event, program na ganyan. Madalas sumasama. And she would always be there. If you look at all her awards, how the millions, and how she was held in such high esteem. She really was a simple Cebuana girl. I have another funny story to tell. We were in Aguo. And there was suddenly, wala namang stage, instant program. Somebody said to us, kumanta kayo, hindi siya nakabihis. Sabi niya, sige magbibihis lang ako. Doon siya, saan ka magbibihis? Doon siya, saan ka magbibihis? Doon. Huwag ka dyan, makikita ka sa labas. Wala silang makikita na hindi pa nila nakita noon. So never mind. Hindi pa nila nakita noon. So never mind.
Ito, Queen of Song ito, pero wala siyang
Queen of
pakialam
Song
talagang
ito, pero wala
cowboy.
siyang pakialam
And
talagang
I
cowboy.
think that's a characteristic
That's a characteristic that runs through
all
tonight.
our awardees.
Yes, they
tonight.
appreciated.
Yes, they
all
appreciated all of
prizes
the
and the honors that were given them. Honors that were given
whatever it
them.
is that they did, they didn't do it for
Whatever it is
that.
that they did,
Look
they
at
didn't
Nora
do it
Aunor.
for that. How
Look
do
at
we
Nora
even
Aunor.
speak of
How
Ate
do we
Guy
even
without
speak
feeling
of Ate Guy
an ache in
without
our
feeling
chest? An ache in our
Sinalamin
chest.
niya ang bawat
Sinalamin
isa
niya
sa atin.
ang
Dahil
bawat
sa
isa
angking
sa atin.
galing.
Dahil
at
sa
kabutihan
angking
sa
galing
kapwa.
at kabutihan sa
minahal
kapwa.
siya.
Minahal
Palagay
siya.
dito ng maraming Pilipino.
Palagay dito ng maraming
Papalitan ko yan.
Pilipino.
Minahal siya ng lahat.
Papalitan ko yan. Minahal siya ng lahat.
Bawat
ng
pelikula,
Bawat
bawat
kanta,
pelikula,
bawat palabas sa
bawat
telebisyon.
kanta,
Bawat palabas sa
inaabangan.
telebisyon.
Inaabangan.
Pumipila para manood ng sine. Pumipila
Inumog.
para manood ng sine.
Lahat ng mga
Inumog.
Noranya.
Lahat ng mga
Noranya.
Ang kinang ng isang superstar.
Ang kinang ng
ay
isang
hindi kailanman
superstar
kukupas.
ay hindi kailanman
Her list of
kukupas.
accolades. Her
Our
list of
is
accolades.
extensive.
International
Our is
awards from
extensive.
Europe.
International
to
awards
Africa.
from Europe.
Maraming
to
famous
Africa.
Gawad Urian.
Maraming
Metro Manila
famous
Film
Gawad
Festival.
Urian. Metro Manila
Luna
Film
Star
Festival.
Award. Luna
Famous
Star
Hall of
Award.
Fame siya.
Famous
Named
Hall of Fame
as
siya.
national artist
Named
for
as
film
national
and
artist
broadcast
for
arts
film
and
rightfully so.
and rightfully
Whether in Himala, whether
which
in
was
Himala,
incidentally filmed,
which
doon
was
sa
incidentally
actually
filmed
sa harap ng
doon
bahay
sa
namin,
harap,
sa
actually sa harap
Ilocos
ng
Norte.
bahay namin, sa
yung
Ilocos
San
Norte.
Juans doon. That's where it was
Yung
filmed.
San Juans doon. That's
Or
where it was
sa
filmed.
tatlong taong walang
Or
Diyos,
sa tatlong
Ate
taong
Guy
walang
looked
Diyos,
into our
Ate
eyes
Guy looked
and
into
pierced
our eyes
our souls.
and pierced our
And said,
souls. Ito
and said,
ay kung sino tayo,
ito
ay
bilang
kung sino
mga
tayo,
Pilipino.
bilang mga
And
Pilipino.
again, having been
And
able
again,
to know,
having been able to know,
well, there was a time where I had to choose
there was
whether
a
to be a
time where I had to
Vilmanian
choose
or
whether
a
to be a
Noranian.
Vilmanian or
So,
a Noranian.
Hindi pa ginagamit yung salitang balimbing.
Hindi pa ginagamit yung
na ako,
salitang
palipat-lipat
balimbing na ako,
pagka-kusina.
palipat-lipat ako
Um,
pagka-kusina.
I have another story about
a story about
when
the
the
Nora
first
Aunor.
birthday I
When
spent
the first birthday I
as the son
spent
of the president,
as the son of the president.
1965.
My eighth
1965.
birthday was my first
My
birthday
eighth
spent
birthday
here.
was my first
Downstairs.
birthday spent
It was
here.
my birthday
Downstairs.
party.
It was my birthday
This
party.
this
Came
girl
and sang for us.
came and
And
sang
of course,
for
your 7-year-old kid.
And of course, your 7-year-old kid, you really don't.
You're not thinking about
So this
it.
girl sang for us. It was great.
So this
She was
girl
wonderful.
sang for us. It was great. She
Uh,
was wonderful.
But later on, we'd start seeing her on TV.
we'd start seeing her on
Eh,
TV.
sabi ko, hindi ba yan yung kumanta doon
Eh,
sa
sabi ko,
party
hindi
ko?
ba yan yung
Oo.
kumanta doon sa
Yan,
party ko?
si Nora
Oo.
Aunor.
Yan,
And that's
si
the
Nora
first time I
Aunor.
met her. But
And
then
that's the
since
first
then,
time
of
I
course,
met
we
her.
ran
But
into
then
each
since
other
then,
all
of
the
course,
time.
we ran into
We would
each
see each
other all
other
the
at
time.
dinners.
We would see each
other
other
at
at
events.
dinners. We would see each
And
other at events.
always,
I think that
always,
Pinoy's
immediately,
Pinoy's immediately
felt a
immediately
connection with her.
felt a connection.
I don't know
with
what it
her.
is.
I don't know what it is. Intangibles.
One of those
intangibles
that special people have.
That special people have.
With really, there are no words for it.
Really, there are no words for
Every
it.
person that she performed,
Every
in front
person
of,
that she performed in front of,
every person that
every
saw a film,
every
that she
person
made,
that saw a film
immediately
she
felt
made,
a connection.
immediately felt
This could
a
be my
connection.
cousin. This could be my
This
sister.
could be my cousin.
This could be my sister.
girlfriend.
This could be my
girlfriend. This
That
could be
was
my.
yun ang
That
quality
was-
ni Nora.
Yun ang quality
yun
ni Nora.
talagang
Yun
Ate Guy.
talagang
At
yun
saka,
ni Ate Guy.
I was
At saka, I was
during
the
week,
I was talking the week
to Tirso,
I was
and I
talking
said,
to
ito,
Tirso,
Guy
and I
and
said,
Pip, diba ito yung
Guy
Guy and
talaga
Pip,
from
diba
that
ito yung
time.
Guy and Pip
And
talaga from the time.
this is still how we remember
This
her.
is still how we remember her.
Starting
As
from a young girl,
starting from a young
with
girl,
the charm, with the charm
of a Filipina.
of a Filipina
that came across,
but she
that
had
came
the
across,
talent she
but
had,
the talent she
particular
had,
skill
the particular
to
skill,
communicate that
in her song,
communicate that
and
in her song,
her film,
and in
that's
her
why
films.
once again,
And that's
we
why
honor her today.
once again we honor her
These
today.
women, they illuminated.
These
our
women, they
consciousness.
illuminated
They taught us
our
who we are.
consciousness. They
and
taught us who we
could
are
become.
and who we
So
could
to the families of the awardees,
So to the families
thank
of
you
the
for sharing them
awardees,
with us.
thank you for sharing
What they
them with us.
contributed to the country,
What they contributed to the
cannot
country
even
cannot
even
even
be realized
even
and certainly cannot be paid back. And certainly cannot be paid back. We'll remember. We remember. Sa ating mga kababayan, naway paalala sa atin ng sining at kultura ng sining at lamang bahagi ng ng ating mga hinuhubog din natin ito pagkakakilanlan at nagbibigay inspirasyon sa ating patungo sa mas maunlad na kinabukasan. To Margarita, to Pilita, to Nora, to Pilita, to Nora. It seems very little. But the best we can do. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. You live on in every artist who takes the risk, in every child who has fond dreams, who wishes to let the world know what it means to be. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat ang kulturang Mabuhay ang kulturang Pilipino.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President.